Hello you guys, welcome back to DIY Dreams, and for today's video, we're going to be celebrating Valentine's Day by making some Valentine's Day themed treats. If you have ever celebrated Valentine's Day, then hit the subscribe button, and if you haven't, then hit the like button. Now, without further ado, on to the video. This year for Valentine's Day, we're going to be making some yummy sugar cookies. All of the measurements are pre-measured in my Wix website in the description box down below, so go check it out. Now, the first step in making these sugar cookies are mixing together two of our dry ingredients, the flour and baking powder. Mix to the bottom of the bowl. And then we're just going to mix it and set it off to the side. Next, in a large bowl, beat the butter on medium speed till soft peaks start to form. By the way, I am using salted butter, but if you are not, then just add the salt into your dry ingredients. I'm back, and I'm just going to beat until soft peaks form. This should take about 1 minute. It should look something like this. Next, you're just going to scrape down the sides of the bowl and your mixer. This is how it should look like. Next, you're going to add your sugar to your butter mixture and cream on medium speed until smooth. You might want to sift that in. This is what it should look like when you're done. Next, you're going to add 1 large egg and your vanilla to your mix. And then you're just going to mix that up on medium speed until smooth. This smells very good. It should look like this, like a very sticky, moist dough. Next, you're going to scrape the sides of your bowl. Finally, you're going to add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients. We're going to do this in a 2-piece or maybe 3-piece process. You're going to add a third or half of the dry to the wet and mix it up on low speed, and then add the other half of the dry to the wet and mix it up again on low speed. Or if you're doing it in a 3-part like I am, just same thing, only 3 parts. So add a third of the dry. You can just eyeball this. And then mix it up. Add another third of the dry and mix it up. Then add the last of the dry ingredients and mix it up. Since this is very chunky, I'm just going to use a spatula and just mix it up and then get back to blend. Next, you're going to knead your dough and divide it into half and then roll your dough up. So I have the bowl of my dough, and I'm just going to mix it together just for a bit. I'm going to get half of it. A little bit more. Oh, by the way, I sprinkled my surface with a little bit of flour. So this is a round half I dough, and I'm just going to roll this out. Next, you're going to just transfer your dough to a cooking sheet lined with parchment and pop it in the fridge for around 1 to 2 hours. Hello you guys, I'm back after 2 hours and these have finally chilled, and I'm going to hopefully cut out heart-shaped cookies. We'll see how this goes. It seems very stiff, so we're just going to see what happens. I'm going to also try and choose a thinner side since this kind of has markings in it. I'm going to choose more of like the cleaner cut. So with a knife, you can use a cookie cutter. I'm just showing how if you don't have a cookie cutter, you don't have to use it. Oh, you may notice that I'm using a spatula for the cookies, and that's just a tip I have. Since this is very thick, I'm just going to put it to the side and work on my spatch. And that's really all there is to it. I'm going to bake these in the oven, and I will see you to decorate. So now all the cookies are baked, and we have put them on 3 trays. And over to the side, I have 3 different colors or consistencies of royal icing. And we're just going to be piping a border around the heart-shaped cookies and then icing them or flooding them. I'm just going to take you through one little cookie and show you how I do it. So I'm just going to be using this cute little cookie here. And first up, I'm going to be using purple and pink icing, like a light purplish pink. And you're going to be using a thicker royal icing, which I have in a piping bag right here. And we're just going to be piping a border around the cookie. So, I think that's about good. Just try and pipe as close as you can to the edge of the cookie. Mine's just very rough because I'm just starting my first cookie, but it looks something like this. And then you're going to take a thinner consistency of icing. I have one right here. Now this is very thin, and you don't need a lot. For flooding the cookie, you will need some toothpicks and the thinner consistency of icing, just so when you flood the cookie, you can smooth out any bubbles or anything else that happens. Let's try and do it. And you're just going to use a zigzag motion and flood your cookie with icing, and it should almost get a glossy effect in the end. I'm not going to pick it up because all the icing will just fall off. So usually you pop these in the fridge right after, and so afterwards you can make your design for as long as you will need. And with a toothpick, you can kind of pop any air bubbles. So like I see an air bubble right here, I can kind of just smooth that out. And I'm going to do this to the rest of my cookies. So the cookies have all been iced, and I put them in the fridge for a few minutes just so they could harden up. And I have a darker color of icing, and we're just going to be writing cute little messages on the cookies that say love, hugs, XOXO, cute little things. I also have some rounder cookies that aren't heart-shaped, and I kind of wrote cute little messages on them as well. let's just get right into it. I have a darker, like purpley pink color right here. We're just gonna get started. If you like this idea, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, and you might become part of DIY Dreams. Now, till next time, bye guys!